So today we're going to talk about the supernatural. Do you believe in ghosts and a young ghost? Hi. Do you believe in that?
Alright.
Alright. Melissa, do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in demons. Like, a ghost is like a person's spirit.
So you don't think anybody stays?
I
They
believe
all
in
just
demons.
go out of the hell or the
I
heaven?
believe like demons can like look like people. Like people can think that they're people. But I think it's demons.
Very deep. Daisy?
I believe in ghosts and demons. All sorts of spirits. Like
You
they,
believe in
I believe
everything?
in all of it.
they're all here.
Oh God! I think there's ghosts. I mean, there can't not be ghosts. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much evidence to prove that there are ghosts. I'm not talking about like ghost hunters or the ghost adventures, because they are stupid. I mean, just in general.
I know these are like bullcrap statistics, but like something like 50% of all teenagers have had a poltergeist in them.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Like, some people
What?
say when strange things happen, usually a teenager lives in the house because their hormones and all their, like, they just go
It, like,
on
attracts the
crazy and all
poltergeist.
their emotions attract like
I've
a
seen that
poltergeist. Paranormal Activity.
That one, yeah.
Oh,
I hate those movies.
I like them. I mean,
despise them. They're so stupid.
I mean, you can tell they're staged.
They're not
Yeah,
scary.
they're definitely
at all.
staged.
Like when they say, you know, in the very first one, they say, "Oh, this is a real movie. This is it's not scripted or anything." They
Not.
only said it was a real movie because it was unscripted. Like, that's it. I mean, like, they didn't have direct lines. That's why it's like a really awkward movie. Well, at least I see it as an
Yeah.
awkward movie.
I like the part where they put the baby powder out in the Q-tip. Or it'd be like some Grudge crap where you like see it coming up under the covers. No.
Yeah, it's
So like
so boring.
we were watching the Grudge one time with me, Shelby, and Michaela,
Mhm.
and I knew what part was coming. Like I've seen it, but it was still kind of scary. I don't know why, because the Grudge is really not that scary.
Mhm.
But I guess like when you like it's dark, you think all the people there are scary.
Yeah, when you got people there, it gets
Yeah.
you hyped up.
But like I knew what part was coming up, so I had done throw my covers off the bed, and it started coming out. I'm like, and y'all are still under the covers. Shelby just goes gorilla. He gets up on her knees, takes the cover, and just boom, and slings it on the ground. I'm like, well then, wasn't nothing in there.
I remember there's this one part in a scary movie where this, like, the hands come out of this back of the girl's head when
Yeah,
she's
that's
taking a
Grudge
shower.
too, isn't it?
I don't know.
Never
But
seen
I
Grudge.
was like, when I was younger and I watched that, I was scared to take a shower, so I
And
always
rub
took
your-
baths because I thought that the hands were gonna come out
Well,
of the back
Shelby
of my head.
used to be scared to take a bath because I've never seen it, but on it, I guess the clown comes out of the drain.
Yeah.
I was
haven't
scared to
seen
take
it.
baths because of
It never
13
freaked me out.
Ghosts. 13
Oh my
Ghosts with
God,
that girl
I didn't see
sitting
that.
there in the tub of blood and she's just like staring at you. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
The bathroom scenes are always the scariest. Because, like, you'll have those, like, mirror things and you'll, like, pull something out.
Oh,
and
because
you
I
use
got
the
one
cabinet
where
and
she,
you'll-
like,
and then
rips
you'll
up
put
her
it back
jaw.
in, and there's a face right there. Or, like, when you're going to, like, the guy's going to the bathroom, he's holding himself, whatever, and then, like, you see his shadow flicker, and then he turns around, there's something there. Or, when you're about to take a bath, you have to pull the curtains out, bam, there's something right there. Or
She
there's
has thought about this.
I mean, like, if you think of it, the bathroom is the most vulnerable place.
Welcome, our
Consider
new
it.
person.
Yes. Welcome, Ashley McAllister.
I'm interested in this.
She has an awesome scarf.
Hi.
What were
You know how objects can be cursed or whatever? Well, it's like her soul was cursed, or her spirit, and she's always, like, stuck in a mirror.
Yeah.
But okay, when I was in elementary school, like everyone was like, "Big thing, do Bloody Mary. If you don't, you're a wussy." I'm like, fine, because I did it at Hampton Elementary in the bathroom beside the cafeteria. Okay, and someone had just gone in there and done it before me. Who was I? And then they're like, "Oh, you gotta do it." I'm like, "Okay." So I went in there and I'm like, I don't like freak. what they're doing. So I turn off the lights and I'm doing it. And then like, I go open my eyes and I'm like, I can't see anything. So it's just like really eerie quiet. And then the lights like flicker and then come on. And I didn't even touch the light switch. Alright, it was terrifying.
I did it in 3rd grade, but like the bathroom, there was no like big bathroom. There was a bathroom in the classroom. So I was doing it in the bathroom and then somebody knocks on the door and I'm like, whoa! But it was the teacher. She's like, you've been in there for too long, seriously.
Have you done a Ouija board?
I won't do Ouija boards. Those freak me out.
They're evil.
They're really evil. I mean,
and it's not
I
just
swear,
they're
I feel like
evil,
you get
but
cursed if you even
they
try
are.
touching
I
them.
could feel
Because
it in the room.
if
Like
you
I
don't-
could feel something in the room whenever I played it. It
Like-
was, like we had a glow in the dark Ouija board.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And we like lit candles and everything. And I walked out because I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Well,
no.
if you don't do it correctly, like whatever, like psychics do it, they have to cleanse the entire area and make sure no bad spirits can enter. Well, I mean, teenagers and kids, like we don't know how we're supposed to do that. So I mean, anything can come in through you summoning whatever you're summoning.
So we were like asking questions and everything, and it was giving really creepy answers because like the moment when you think someone else is moving it, but your hands are so on there barely so much that you could tell someone was doing it because like you would see like the indentations of their fingers pushing. No. Like, our fingers were, like, barely touching it because we were so freaking out. You could see our hands, like, shaking.
Yeah.
And they told us that someone died at the house that we were staying in.
I've done it once, and after that, I was done because I was like,
after you do it once, you're done. You can't do that again.
I was asking stupid questions, and I started asking like serious questions, like how did you die?
Yes.
I'm like, and they said and then after that they didn't do anything. I'm like, were you murdered? And they went to yes. I'm like, I'm like, are you good? No. I'm like, done. Done.
My friend,
Creepy.
okay, her grandma's house, because her grandma lives across the street from my dad, so we, like, got really close and stuff. And she told me that her grandma's house was haunted. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And her grandma starts telling me stories about how the house is haunted. I'm like, whoa. And one day, they said that, like, the back room was, like, the most haunted. So they had an open Bible in there. Like, Psalms 23, open Bible in there to make sure that, like, nothing would happen. My friend goes in there, and the Bible's not there anymore. She's like, Nana, did you take it out of there? She's like, no. So she has to get a new Bible, go in there, and put it in there. And when she comes back out, there's, like, scratches all around her stomach. And, like, you can tell if they're, like, fingernails or if they're, like, something else. And it was not fingernails. And there were just, like, 3 of them right across her thing, like, her side right here, and, like, 2 of them over here. And I'm like, yeah, no, we gotta go to my dad's house. They don't have enough food in the house.
Okay, like, the old house was haunted, I swear. Like, I never went there, but everyone else who went there says it was haunted, and her little sister had 2 imaginary friends. Alright, if I ever had a kid and they have an imaginary friend... No. Okay, and, like, they used to say, like, and she used to say that her imaginary friends would tell her to kill stuff. I was like, no.
Yeah, that's too
That's why I'm so scared for like.
Yeah, because they have that innocence factor.
Yeah,
that
They have that
anybody-
innocence, and
but they're
like,
so open, you know.
Exactly,
They're
they're-
open to anything.
See, like,
Imagination.
little
I
kids...
mean, it's been proven that little kids are more prone to being
my
like,
little sister's about to be 3.
Teenagers, too.
yeah, anyone with high emotion levels and hormone stuff like that.
I had that friend I was talking about earlier. Her cousins like lived in the same house, and they always had the same friend. It was always a little boy that played with them, and then I know he got really mean.
And they had the same name throughout stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. He had the same name throughout all the kids. I mean, it went from my friend to her little boy cousin to his little sister to like the baby of the whole family, and they're all like 4 years apart. And they were all the same boy, same name, same games, and then he just got mean.
Well, if we're going on ghosts, do you guys believe in psychics? Like people who are able to.
I
think
don't
so.
know. I mean, there's certain ones that you can believe
think
in, and
there's
there's certain
fake ones
ones
and
that
they're real ones.
totally
Oh,
fake
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think there's a very few.
Like the
real
ones that are like at fairs and stuff, they're fake.
All right, come on. If you're real,
Like if you're getting
good.
paid for it,
But like
that's
the
not
ones that like help the
necessarily-
police and stuff. And
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
those ones I could believe. Like the ones that like help the church or
Yeah.
something actually helping
yeah,
them.
without like a budget,
It's
you know,
without
kinda
like a
getting
bunch of
paid.
money.
Because, like, I knew a psychic, like, where I used to live, there was this little shop thing right across the street. It's called Spiritual Journey. And I went in there because I was curious and whatever. And I went in there and like this lady was at the desk. I didn't know who she was, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Didn't you say something about me one
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. And she's like, "Is your friend okay?" I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, "Well, I think you should check up on her." And then I'm like, "Oh God." And then Becca was having a really hard time, and I checked up on her, and like, it was scary. It was bad. Like and after that, I'm like, "Well, I'm here to see the owner of the store, blah blah blah." Because I was also writing for my journalism class that I had in Indiana. She's like, "Well, I'm the owner." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Well, you've already kind of demonstrated." And she's like, "Yeah." And I asked her all this stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm helping the police right now with the case with this little boy who was never found." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And she was like, "Yeah, and I'm afraid to tell the police this, but I already know he's not going to be found. I already know he's dead." And she's like, "Because he's come to me, and he's told me this stuff." I'm like,
Crazy.
"Whoa." And she's
Holy
like,
cow, Deja.
I know, right?
You really have some good
"You really do." I'm like, "Wow." And she's serious. And like before I left to come here, me and my grandma, who I used to live with, we went into the Huddle House, and then this lady started talking about this psychic. She was like, "And she's serious. She knew about my brother committing suicide, and she knew about all this stuff, and I didn't even tell her anything, and she knew that my father was abusive to me, and my sister, and my brother, and she knew all this stuff." I'm like, "Huh, that's weird. That's really cool." And then she's like, "Here's her card." It was the lady from Spiritual Journey that I talked to. That I was like, "Whoa."